There we go. One tick. Back in the room. Yeah, the game is fine for a change. I think it must be this new update to OBS. I definitely shouldn't have updated that early. I fixed it. Message from our sponsor too.
I fixed it.
You did indeed. Thank you very much for the 20-month subscription there too. So, well done to anyone who's got some points there. Stimson and Shapes finishing top with 60. Arun getting 50 thanks to that last-minute find of Iran. Clive also getting the bonus for Hammer over on the other side. And a few players there on 40. Hopefully OBS will behave itself moving forwards. If that happens on the next round, by the way, keep answering questions because the game is still running and we'll still be typing things into chat, so you should still be able to play. And later on with the escape art, it's all in Hackbox. So if that does happen, just keep playing as normal and I'll come back to life as soon as I can. So, let's reveal the missing answers that you didn't find. The animal one sort of foxing some of this. No pun intended. Oh, elephants. That should have been a comma. So if anyone said elephants, that should have been separated out into elephants and elephant. That's a typo that has gone unspotted there. Hey Ali, yes, I'm very well, and welcome Tipster as well. Tipster and Ali, welcome to the stream. Elephants is the new Joss, possibly. It's so that's because it's a comma separated list, but a full stop doesn't separate. So if anyone did say elephant, I'm afraid, unless you said African elephant, Indian elephant, or elephants.elephant, I'm afraid it won't have been caught. Let's go through some from the left. Knife, drill, tape measure, pliers, saw, adjustable wrench, level, screwdriver, hammer, and torch or flashlight or something in that ballpark are the top line's 10 essential components of a home DIY kit. You did manage to find all of the countries that published the most new books in 2022: UK, Germany, China, France, Iran, Russia, Japan, USA, India, and Spain. And the 10 animals with the best sense of smell: dogs, snakes, sharks, cows, bears, and rats you've found. Vultures, kiwis, silk moths, also would have accepted moths on its own, or moth, and elephants.elephant were the missing answers that you didn't quite find there. But well done if you've got some points. Apologies for the elephants.elephant, though I think we've got our raid message already. Let's go on to the next round. Or first of all, let's check out the scores. VWAC, if you want to come join the game after round 1, and starters for 10, as it were. There's a few players yet to score, but don't worry, that first round is fast and furious. Zeus, Lupine, Shadowmane, Reese, Dart, Natter, Jack, Fernando, Ianyo, BC, all on 20. Kegler and Ali, welcome to the game. Clive's got 30. Topper, Matt, Vision, they're all on 40. Arun's on 50, and Shapes and Stimson's Angle currently with the lead on 60 points. Kegler Coach, welcome to the stream as well. Joe has no talent, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. Getting in just in time. All of that could change, though, as we go into the next round. Ida Withy, welcome on in. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. I'll just give it a couple more minutes if people want to come join the game, if there's people joining halfway through before we go to round number 2. Right. I think that's long enough. We've got 4 new players joining in for round 2. Let's go there now. Okay. Round number 2. You're going to get 3 boards, one at a time. Each of these boards has got exactly 5 answers. But this time, you are looking for the rarest one, the one you think the fewest people will say. And it's as simple as that, really. You've got 30 seconds. In this round, only give me one answer. But you've got 30 seconds to think of it, so don't all race to the keyboard like in round 1 and, of course, in round 3 as well. The rarer the answer, the more points you get. So if only one person says an answer, you get 50 points. The next most popular answer or least popular answer will get 40. The next least popular, 30, then 20, then 10. So if it's a wrong answer, I'm afraid you don't get any points. Spell checker will hopefully do its work for you, but I can't override what the computer says. So please do bear that in mind. It should probably be a feature I should add, to be honest. So that is what you've got to do. There's 3 boards. We'll go through them one at a time. Exactly 5 answers in each. We just need one from you within 30 seconds. Board number 1 then. Fingers on keyboards. 30 seconds on the clock. We're looking for one of the 5 largest cities in Texas by population. And you'll go orange once an answer has come in. So the computer has confirmed an answer. I don't know why it's debugging. My debug just says board, board, board. So B-O-A-R-D. I think that's probably an oversight from when I was knocking it all together. Last 5 seconds, puzzle down, brand new Halo. Get an answer in if you're quick. And there is the final whistle. Well, this is all very interesting. I can say that you have found 4 of the 5. There is one that nobody said, which we'll reveal in just a moment. First of all, let's have a look at the wrong answers. El Paso, Tucson, Galveston, El Paso, and El Paso, I'm afraid, are not amongst the 5 most populous cities in Texas. And no answer there from Puzzle Down a Brand New Halo. I'm afraid you score no points for this question. So, going from the most popular answer, we're starting with this answer. You're going to get 20 points for this, because 9 players said Houston, as in Houston, we have a problem. That is actually the most populous city in Texas, 2.3 million. Most populous there. And also the most popular among our panel. 9 players saying it. Very well done. Ida Withy, Ali Law, Arun, Mark, Ape, Shapes, Natter, Joe, and Proves. 20 points each. Moving on to the next one. In fact, the next one's tied. There's 2 answers, which 6 people each said. They're going to get 30 points each, and they are San Antonio, the second most populous city in Texas, and the joint second most popular answer among our panel. 1.4 million living there. Podo Nuevo, MPL Dart, Silent Marine, Necker Grandma, Reese, and Fluid Fernando all picking up 30 points. Also getting 30 points. Clive, Vision, Lupine, Topper, Matt, and Stimpson's Angle for going for Austin. This is the 4th most populous, not the 3rd, so we've overlooked the 3rd. Maybe that'll come up in a minute. 4th most populous is Austin with 950,000 people. Very well done, you 630 points. And the least popular answer, apart from the one that wasn't found, 5 people, so only 1 fewer, but you're going to get 50 points. Well done if you said Fort Worth. 50 points to Tipster, Zeusless, Ianyo, Kegler Coach, and Toot. It is the 5th most populous city, 910,000. And I've got a note here, El Paso and Arlington are 6th and 7th. So very well done there. 50 points as the least popular answer. No, a few people said Dallas, but it was... no one said Dallas. I just read my notes wrong. Dallas was the missing answer. The 3rd most popular is 1.3 million. Maybe the most obvious, but people have avoided it. So unfortunately, no points for that. It was the one answer you didn't find. But well done if you have picked up some points. Let's clear the board with my handy screen wipe. And we'll go on to board number 2. Same principle, 30 seconds, find one of the 5 answers that are available on this board. Good luck. The category is one of the 5 Indiana Jones films starring Harrison Ford. Okay, just over half your time. There's a lot of variance, Mark. I'm hoping most of them will come through okay. Everyone has gone orange, so that's an answer from everybody. And I can say that between you, you have found all 5 answers. So very well done. There are only 3, says Tadaru. Yeah, true. In my mind, no. Well, I haven't seen the 5th one. I don't think is the 5th one out yet. I think it's this summer. It may not be out yet, but it has got a title. So let's reveal some wrong answers first of all. Oh, Indiana's is the Temple of the Crystal Skull, Temple of the Crystal Skull, Goodnight Mr. Tom, and Lost Treasure of Ben Lafferty. It feels a bit mean, Arun and BC, because it's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and there's Temple of Doom as well, which we'll come to reveal in just a moment. But unfortunately, it's not going to fly on this occasion. Not close enough. Incidentally, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull and Kingdom of the Crystal Skull were both valid answers, but unfortunately, Temple of the Crystal Skull is not. No points for you. So let's start revealing those answers. Starting with the most popular answer and getting 10 points each. 11 players going for Temple of Doom, Mark Apodo, Jogging, Silent Marine 8, Minky, Shapes, Fluid Fernando, Necker Grandma, Simpsons Angle, Matt the Ref, and Joe Has No Talent, all going for Temple of Doom, the second of the Indiana Jones trilogy of 5. Very well done, 10 points to you. Next most popular answer, 7 people going for Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. 20 points to Brand New Halo, Lupine, Clive, Reeswyn, Topper, Matt the Sprat, and Natter. Yeah, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is the fourth of the trilogy. Not a Cat, welcome to the stream. Oh, Not a Cat, you won a prize at the draw at the end of last season. If you're not in Discord, come and join it, because I tried to find you there, but couldn't. So if you're not there, make yourself known to me. I need to sort you out with a prize. Well done, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Next, 6 players going for this, so 30 points each. Going for the best of them, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, Zeus, Ianyo, Vision, Shadowmane, Jack, and Proogs. You 6 all picking up 30 points, the third of the trilogy, and in my opinion, the best. But I never really liked Raiders particularly, which we'll get to in just a moment, I'm sure. Next answer to reveal, 3 players saying this and 40 points each. It is indeed Raiders of the Lost Ark. Would have just accepted Raiders or any variations on those titles. Either with the NPL Dart and Kegler Coach, very well done, you 3, 40 points. That's the first and the original Indiana Jones film. And the one that isn't out yet, well done. There were 2 people who found it. 50 points to each of you for identifying the Dial of Destiny. It's Toot and Tipster, the 2 T's in the top left and top right. 50 points to you, very well done. The 5th upcoming film, which I believe is due to be released this summer, I want to say. Yes, it exists. Well, it was on the list, so that's the Tenacious D. That's the pick of Destiny, I think. Tenacious D. Didn't have enough time. Bad luck there, Jap. Right, that's the end of board number 2. Well done if you picked up some points. Let's reset the board. And we'll go to board number 3. It's the last one of the round. And in this round, I will give you a heads up. There will be a word where part of the word has been replaced with blank. You can either type in the bit that is just blank, or you can type in the whole word. It will make sense in just a minute. We're looking for the 5 answers that complete this board. 30 seconds to find exactly one of these. And the rarer it is, the more points you get. Good luck. Let's start the clock. And the category is blank sphere, the 5 major layers of the Earth's atmosphere. So you can either fill in just the prefix, or you can type the whole thing. I should warn you now. Oh, maybe I'll warn you at the end. I'm not going to warn you now. I'll warn you at the end. Last 10 seconds. Joe, answer if you're quick. And there's the whistle. I was going to say, atmosphere is not one of the answers. So atmos or atmosphere will not be counted as a correct answer. So most of you getting an answer in. And again, I can say you have identified all 5. But the rarest answer, only one person said. And there's a 3-way tie for the 3 answers in the middle. So most of you are only going to get 20 points. There's going to be one player who is going to get 50 points, which is 30 more than everybody else. At least 30 more than everybody else. So let's take a look at some wrong answers first of all. Iono, there's Iono, no. Ionosphere is not one of them. Lithosphere, litho, atmos, I've explained. Exo-atmosphere, ionosphere, and the core. Ionosphere is not down on my list, and exo-atmosphere is not right. Exo is there, Shadowmane, but it's not called exo-atmosphere, because that would be exo-atmos. It's just exo, so I'm afraid we cannot allow that. Bad luck there on the wrong answers. Lithosphere, also another one that is not here. So, let's go through it. The most popular answer, first of all...
Could you try again?
Oh my god, Siri was trying to do something there. 12 players going for this, and 10 points to each of them. Troposphere, the troposphere, which is the closest layer of the atmosphere to Earth, 0 to 10 kilometres. Tipster, Apodo, Dart, Jogging, Lupine Shapes, Matt, Toot, Proogs, Simpsons Angle, Matt the Ref, and Kegler, all going for troposphere. Very well done, 10 points. We've then got our 3-way ties for the next 3 answers. Each of them was said by 4 players, which means you all get 20 points. The 3 answers are... Stratosphere, BC, Ida Withy, Necker Grandma, and Reese. Stratosphere is the next level up, actually 10 to 30 kilometres. The next one, Meso or Mesosphere, Mark, Silent Marine, Fluid Fernando, and Clive, the 4 players going for that, 20 points to you. And also, a Mesosphere is the third most, 30 to 50, so you're going in order at the moment. Exosphere, 4 of you saying that. Arun, Ianyo, Vision, and Jack. all of those 12 players getting 20 points. Exosphere is actually the furthest out, greater than 400 kilometers, but we've missed actually the one with the biggest range, 50 to 400 kilometers, apart from one of you who has found this answer and is going to get 50 points. It is the thermosphere. You're quite right, Mark. And who said it? It was Zeus. Very well done. Thermosphere, the only player to go for it. And 50 points to Zeus, which is 30, at least 30 more than everyone else in that round because of those ties. Can be quite damaging there, but that is the game. Very well done, Zeus, and well done to everyone who's got some points there. That is the end of round number 2. Let's clear the board and check out the scores. Good answer. Good answer. Ooh, the Family Feud thing. And with that, Zeus has unsurprisingly taken the lead. 150 points. 30 points clear. Curious, 30 points clear, because that's what he was in that last question. Of Vision and Ianyo, who are both on 120. And Stimson's Angle 2 and Tipster currently in third on 110. We've also got Shapes, Clive, Dart and Kegler on 100. Arun, Topper and Risa on 90. Fernando, Lupine and Ida Withy, they've all got 80. Matt the Sprat, Jack and Jack have got 70. Natter and Prugs and Silent Marine and Nicogramma are all on 60. Shadowbane and Apodo and Mark and Matt the Ref are on 50. BC's got 40. Ape and Joe on 30. Ali and Brand New Halo and Jogging on 20. And Dan is yet to score. But we have still got a couple more rounds. One more, though, before the final. If no one else is wanting to join, that's completely fine. We've got a good number of players in here. One more round before the final. It's another Fast and Furious round. Let's go there now. So, it looks exactly the same as round 1, and for all intents and purposes, it kind of is, except the scoring's a little bit different. For every answer, you will now get 40 points, but as before, you can only give a maximum of 3. Type as many as you can, as quickly as you can, because once an answer has been claimed by a player, nobody else can claim it. But 40 points, again, there's a bonus on each board, which will get you an extra 20 on top. So, potentially, if you can find all 3 bonuses, you could get 180 points in this round. Big points available, but like I said, you can only type a maximum of 3. 1 bonus on each board, but take your 3 answers from whichever board you like. And this round, unlike the first round, is a non-exhaustive list. So the answers are basically what's in Colo's head to a certain extent. Whereas round 1 is lists of 10. This is lists of more than 10, but we've only got 10 down here. So think carefully about what they could be. There's a lot more scope for answers in this round, but of course the point reward is that much bigger. So, fingers on keyboards, 60-second blitz begins very shortly. Good luck, and your 3 boards are Styles of Beard or Moustaches, Young Colo's favourite Mr. Men, and the 10 cards in 2 rather good poker hands. And there's our first bonus going to Apodo for Ace of Clubs. Can you work out what these poker hands are as the answers start to come in? Going through Mr. Men as well. Yes, this round is generally a little bit more gradual with the population. Still 2 bonuses up there on the left and centre board. 30 seconds to go. Clive and Matt and Zeus with a tied lead of 80 at the moment. We found 2 each. There's still room to find one more. There's another one coming in for Pruse with Mr. Bounce. 4 answers left on each board. Everyone can still answer. There's room for players to still get a little bit more. Does you know what you're doing? Okay, fair enough. Pruggs takes the lead with 120. And there's the final whistle at the end of that. Pruggs and Zeus are tied at the top of the table with 120, which I think means Zeus is guaranteed into the final. Well done there. Right. Beards and moustaches, handlebar, goatee, mutton chops, walrus, chin strap, Fu Manchu, and toothbrush. Young Colo's favourite Mr. Men, Mr. Lazy, Mr. Bump, Mr. Tickle, Mr. Topsy-Turvy, Mr. Greedy, Mr. Messy, Mr. Bounce. And the 10 cards and 2 rather good poker hands. You've got Ace of Clubs, 10 of Diamonds, Jack of Clubs, 5 of Clubs, Queen of Clubs, 10 of Hearts, and Queen of Spades. 3 answers missing from each board, and 2 of them bonuses as well, which means we do forego them. Let's have a look at the answers that you missed. Horseshoe, Chevron, and Balbo from your styles of beards or moustaches. Mr. Sneeze, Mr. Daydream, and Mr. Tall from the Mr. Men. And the 7 of Clubs, the 4 of Clubs, and the Queen of Diamonds from the poker hands. If you go through those 10 cards, you will see that you've got a full house, Queen over 10, and a flush of clubs. And Colo's saying, I couldn't think of any more suitable poker hands. Surely you can help, Ben. It's a bit late for me to see, though. I didn't prove this pack otherwise. But no, that's perfectly good. A flush and Did you get all the cards from the... No, you didn't. Maybe that was where the two of the clubs were missing there. Couldn't piece it together from there. But still, a good attempt at those boards. 7 off of each board, including one of the bonuses going to a Podo. That is the end of the round. Let's clear the boards. Not a Royal Flush, no Chelsea's. That would be something different. Let's clear the boards and check out who's playing in the final. By a margin of 90, it is Zeus who is going to be in pole position going into the final, and he's going to be joined there by Clive of Legend and Proogs, both on 180. Very well done, you three. You are going to be our medalists. In what order remains to be seen. Zeus with a big advantage, but anything could happen. And a message from our sponsor, Puzzle Dan.
We playing golf rules, right?
Thank you for the 100 bits, Puzzle Dan. No, I'm afraid not. It is try and get us. It's weird. The objective of golf is to play as little golf as possible. So everybody else, points equal pennies in this game, so they will all be cashed out to you when the credits roll in just a little while. But it's going to be our 3 finalists: Proogs, Clive, and Zeus. But don't go away if you are not in the final, because you still got a very important part to play in getting our players some extra points, or possibly losing some points. Incidentally, those scores for Proogs, Clive, and Zeus will be frozen because you can't get any more points in the final. Your points will only go down. So you get whatever you've got there, plus what you end up with in the final becomes your penny score. There is also a medal for the highest non-finalists, highest scoring non-finalists, and there are more points to dole out in this next round, the final round. Let's go there now. It's the final board, and we've got Zeus, Proogs, and Clive. They're lined up in order. The tie on the scores between Proogs and Clive will have been determined by the metrics go back. So it's total score, and then round 3 points. So Proogs finishing better in round 3 means he gets the slight positional advantage. So this is the distinct round, the distinction final, where our audience poll have been populated at the top. You're going to be given a category, and I will tell you for nothing, there are 16 answers in this round. Our audience poll will answer first, and they have got 1 minute to name as many of the answers as they can, up to a maximum of 5. I can't exactly remember how the algorithm works, but I know it does. Again, players in the lobby will get more points the rarer the answer. So go for your rare answers first, and maybe when time is starting to run out towards the end, that's maybe when you can start thinking about going for maybe some of the more obvious ones, because you might as well put 5, and you still get points even if they're obvious, but you get more points the rarer they are. So think of rare ones first, and then fill in with the more obvious ones towards the end if you've still got some space. It would be good to see as many people with 5 as possible. Once that minute is up, we come to our finalist, going from left to right and then back from right to left. And what they've got to do is try and find distinct answers that nobody has said. I won't tell you if there are any distinct answers until afterwards. But for every player who says an answer given by one of our players in the final, they will lose 5 points. So if it was asking for things on my desk and 5 people said a Lindt chocolate ball, and that was one of the answers, then if Zeus says a Lindt chocolate ball, he would lose 25 points. We go left to right and then back from right to left. So Zeus has the first and last answer, and whoever has got the highest score at the end will be the gold medalist, next will be silver, and last will be bronze. It's as simple as that. Good luck, have fun with this, and I will stress for our finalists, make sure you watch your spelling, because again, I can't override it, so double check your spelling before you submit it. No penalty for wrong answers in the audience, so submit as many as you can. You've got 60 seconds, and the category is the 16 Winter Olympic sports disciplines of Milan 2026. Wow, there really are. There's 30 in the audience, so 30 in the audience and 3 finalists. So finalists, you don't answer at this point, because it won't be processed anyway. So we're getting a couple of people saying submitted 5 valid answers. When you got 5 green pips, you can't submit anymore. Ida Withy, apparently you're trying to submit a variation on the same thing there. There's a few repeats coming in. It might be a variation you're trying to put in and that it's classed as the same thing. Might be the spell checkers doing its thing. Yeah, sports, not events is what it says. Last few seconds to try and fill up those pips. Right. The answers are fixed, and lots of green pips up there. This is from our sponsor, Silent Marine.
We gave 100 players 100 seconds to name as many as they can. Oh wait, wrong
show, Kappa. Very much the wrong show, but it's similar concept to be sure. So lots and lots of answers have come in, and I still don't know why it does it in this particular order. I think... Is it alphabet? No, it's not even alphabetical. I've no idea what it does with the ordering of the game. I need to look into that because it's going to reveal what everyone said at the end and how many points are available for each answer, which will be added on to your lobby scores. We're going to start with Zeus. You're on 270. First answer, if you please watch your spelling. Saying ski jumping. Ski jumping. First of all, is it a right answer? It is a right answer. That's a good start. Now, for every person in the audience who said it, you're going to lose 5 points. How many people said ski jumping? Seven people going for it, losing 35 points there. Not a bad start there. 7 people going for ski jumping. Proogs, on to you. Starting on 180. What's your spelling? What's your first answer, please? The luge. The luge. Is it a correct answer? It is a correct answer. How many people said the luge? Lots. 16 players went for the luge. You lose 80 points. I will say, finalists, it's capped at 100. So if more than 20 people have said an answer, you won't lose more than 100. But if you give a wrong answer, incidentally, you also lose 100. So lots of people going for luge. Proogs is down to 100 points. We come to Clive. Your first answer, please. Snowboarding. Snowboarding. Is that a right answer? It is. You've gone green. How many people said snowboarding? 6 people said it. Best answer of the final so far. You're down to 150 points. So if you can say an answer that 10 or fewer players said, unless Proogs finds a distinct answer, or 9 or fewer players said, then you are guaranteed at least silver, Clive. Let's find out. Can I have your next answer, please, Clive? Ice hockey. Ice hockey. Is it a right answer? It is a right answer. How many people said ice hockey? $15, you're down to 75. So pressure's back on Proogs to find a distinct answer if he can. I don't know if I should probably tell you if there's distinct answers at the beginning. I think for next time, I won't say now, but I may have given the game away slightly, but I think next time I probably will. It does mean that Zeus has now guaranteed himself the gold. So battle is on for silver place. Proogs, can I have your second answer, please? That was going to be my next answer, says Proogs. Can you think of another one? Biathlon. Biathlon. Is that a right answer? It is a right answer. Very well done. How many people said biathlon? Oh dear. 18 people said biathlon, and you drop right down to 10 points there, Proogs. It is going to be the bronze for you. A bit academic on this last one, but obviously, Zeus, the more points you keep, the more get added to your final total, which make for lots and lots of pennies. Zeus, can I have your final answer, please? I think the final does floor on 0 as well. Cross-country skiing. Is it a right answer? It is a right answer. How many people said cross-country skiing? Great answer, the best of the final. Just 5 people going for cross-country skiing. And at the end of that, Proogs has got 10, takes the bronze. Clive with 75 takes the silver. But the winner with 210, our gold medalist on distinction tonight, is Zeus. Very well played there, Zeus. Our finalists haven't got a huge amount to add to your totals, so it might be that the leaderboard isn't in the correct order, but you are our medalists tonight, gold, silver and bronze. Very well done. And there'll be a lobby medal for the lobby player with the highest score. Let's take a look at what the correct answers were and what everyone else had already said. Yoshi, welcome to the stream. And yeah, great performance there from Zeus. Biathlon, I think, was the most popular answer of all of them. 18 players going for biathlon. Luge, 16 players went for that. Alpine skiing, not one of the answers we have from the final. 8 players going for alpine skiing. Skeleton, 13 players went for skeleton. Oh, hello. Apparently there are 2 skeletons on this list somehow. Fortunately, the other one was pointless, so a distinct answer, so it only went into that. But that's very strange. I think that might be a compilation error because there's definitely only 1 skeleton on the list. So I'm not quite sure where that's come from. Anyway, well done. Skeleton, 13 people going for that. Yes, skeletons, not skeleton. 6 players went for snowboarding. Bobsleigh, nobody in the final set. Only 2 in our audience. Very well done. Big points to Ianyo and Apodo Nuevo for bobsleigh. 16 players going for curling. 15 went for ice hockey. 10 went for figure skating. 11 went for speed skating. 7 went for ski jumping. Cross-country skiing was 5, so a particularly good performance there from Zeus, finding 2 particularly rare answers, a 7 and a 5. Nordic combined, very well done if you got that one, or Nordic skiing, 6 players going for that. And then the distinct answers: freestyle skiing, short track speed skating, ski mountaineering, and apparently skeleton again. I don't know what's going on. I'll double check in the tool and see if it's accidentally duplicating one of the columns. But yeah, those are the answers, the 16 answers that you could have had. Slope style was, I'm pretty sure I saw that when I went through. Slope. Oh, maybe I didn't. Slope style. Maybe it's that falls under ski mountaineering possibly. I didn't proof this pack, so I can't be sure. But let's go see who's won our lobby medal. And it's going to be Now Cut That Out, who does jump quite far up the board there. So Proogs is right down on the middle rung. And Clive just at the tail end of the top row. But Proogs, you do still get the bronze medal for getting into the final. Hello, Jers. Welcome to the stream. Toot is a nerd. Toot finishing on 285. So all of those scores will be converted into pennies for you. So Zeus, quite a nice windfall for you tonight. 480 pennies for distinction and a gold medal. That is an achievement not to be sneezed at all. But well done to Toot, taking the lobby medal as well. And of course to Clive on the silver and Proogs on the bronze. And that was distinction. I hope you had fun. I certainly had a good time. I love hosting distinction. For some reason it brings out the energy in me somehow. I'm not quite sure how it happens, but very, very many thanks to Colo for a marvellous pack there. Really wonderful pack. And many thanks to Oni as well for proofing. Now, I said there was something cryptic, a cryptic exchange between myself and Riff at the beginning of the stream. I didn't say what that was all about. You will recall way back in season 8, or you may not recall, when I did my the penny prize draw at the end of the season. Riff won a Steam voucher, but it sort of fell off the radar a bit because Riff wanted to pay it forward to the winner of a game, and then we tried to a couple of ideas, and then it sort of fell off the radar. And then I said, I've still got this on my to-do list, so what do you want to do with it? So Riff said, I'll tell you what, just give it to the winner of Distinction on Saturday. So Zeus, courtesy of Riff Raccoon's prize from the season 8 prize draw, which was a good 3 or 4 months ago, you additionally win a £10 Steam voucher. I'll get in touch with you if you're not friends already on Steam and arrange it. I think there's a cooling down period after we become friends, and then I will transfer that to you. So a £10 Steam voucher going to Zeus as well, courtesy of Riff Raccoon and the Season 8 prize draw. And that is all I've got to say on that subject. So happy days all round. Hope you've enjoyed playing. Those pennies will be credited to your accounts when the credits roll. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes with the all-new Escape Artist. It's a pack from Jogging, and I have to say it's a challenging pack. It's a very well-written pack, but it is not without its challenges. So, it was Colo. Colo wrote the pack, only proofed it, Apodo. So not without its challenges, but I think you'll have fun, and you will be able to play throughout either way, because it's all Hackboxified now, and there is a behind-the-scenes game as well. So make sure you get your Hackbox devices at the ready, because coming up after the break, it's all new, The Escape Artist. Congrats again to Zeus, thanks again to Colo, and I'll see you in a few minutes' time. Okay, apparently Distinction is going to go way up off the screen. I think that's because I updated the credits. Message from our sponsor, Matt the Ref.
Time for a spot of tea, methinks. Bring the custard creams. It's time to escape quiz prison in The Escape Artist.
It certainly is. Thank you very much for the 100 bits, Matt. Rather, it will be in just a few minutes after this very short break. Yeah, I've updated the question writers in the credits, and obviously that's one where I need a certain number of lines for it to work properly. Yeah, that's a thing that I need to go back and tweak. But I have got all the writers' names in there now, which is a good thing. So, stay right there, because when we return, the Escape Artist 2, the new Escape Artist, will be live on your screens. You can play along in Hackbox. If you're not subscribed, you are going to see a few minutes of adverts, but don't worry, because we won't start the next game without you. Lots of things to look forward to. Don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. I'm aware the ads are still going on. Proogs, can you see me? Because I've got a dog to show you. I can probably show you both dogs because they'll come and perform. Miney will come and perform for tricks. Won't you, Miney? Dex? So, a dog. There's a dog. Excellent. Right, Dex, up you come. Mind my fingers. Oh, we can't see you. I'll pick him up in a minute. In fact, if I just tilt the camera down slightly, you might be able to see both. Miney, circus. Oh, no. Oh, he gets very jealous, so he does. There you go. You have one each. You got the crunchy one. Come on there. Let's show you off to the boys and girls on the stream. Oh, he gets very jealous about treats. This one does. Miney! Oh no, he thinks there's more. So yeah, there you go. There's a doggo for you. I'll put the camera back so it's not clipping over the top of the monitor. There we go. No, there's no more treats now. Fuck off. There you go. Was that enough doggo for you? Yeah, 2 for the price of... Well, Proogs asked for a cat, so I thought that's an appropriate compensation there. You can have 2 dogs for the price of 1 cat. Right, Dex, out now. Back down you go. I haven't got any more treats for you. Good boy. He's going to come and scratch at the door. He thinks I'm lying. Right, the ads have finished. The bonus has been stopped, which means it is time for all new The Escape Artists. We did do a pilot of this right back at the start of Quizmas as one of my old packs. I have made some tweaks to the build since based on your feedback, but it does all run out of Hackbox, so yeah, make sure you've got your devices ready. There was a feature I put in that allowed players to play as a guest without verifying, but I realised... latterly, that was open to abuse by people joining on incognito mode or in private browsing mode, so you could just keep joining and fill up all the cells. I thought a way around that would be for me to manually verify, but then you'll have to type to me to identify who you are, and I know people have done that. Yes, I said that. No, I said that. No, I said that before, which I sort of wanted to avoid. And if you've got to type to me to say I am that player, then you might as well type the verification code. So it seemed like... But it's all there. There were rumblings from Dev and Block and Ash about maybe being able to limit guest accounts to 1 IP address. Yeah, a bit like that, Aaron. Yeah, so, but that's maybe something a bit down the line. For now, you will have to verify by whispering your one-time password to Persephone's Twitch bot. I'm really hot. The fireplace downstairs. I'm probably sweating. So let's leave the cardigan on, but unwrap it a bit. I'll just continue to be warm. Right. That's enough yakety yak. Let's get on with this game. It is The Escape Artist, or The Escape Artist 2 if you prefer. It's been written by Plojogging. Very well written, if a little challenging in places, but I think you'll have fun. Enjoy the new game, and I will see you after the all-new opening titles. I considered having a subtitle, but thought better of it. Welcome to The Escape Artist. New font, an extra row of cells. PRWP is the code, the room code you'll need to join on Hackbox. See, Simon, you're the second person to comment on that, and it's always been styled The Escape Artist with the underlined. It's always been styled that way, but people seem to be picking up on it now. Passwords should be case insensitive now, so you should be able to join uppercase or lowercase. There was an invalid validation code from Colo and from Toot. I'm not sure if you managed to work your way through those yet. I don't see you in the game just yet. Oh, there's Toot. I need to not click on the screen because that does stuff. Let's give myself a bit more volume as well. A run, invalid validation code there. guest account. Hello, Jack. Yeah, Kolo and Arun. Arun is now in. Kolo, have you got in? A few more slots still available. Samso, welcome to the stream. I didn't think you were back till 9:30. You're early. Welcome all the same. Not that I'm not happy to see you. Kolo, I see you there now. Welcome to New Quiz Prison. How the values can go. Yeah, that's a really good point, Aaron. I need to take that. To be honest, I think on some games I have taken the numbers out. It might be the mole I've done that in. Yeah. I think my logic was, if you're going to just sort of copy-paste it, but that only works if you're using the same device to watch and play, and I know a lot of people maybe play on a phone or an iPad or something. Something I need to add... I spoke to Dev about the auto-focusing on the text box issue, which can't be fixed. Yeah, Dev, he recognised it was working the first time it loaded a page, and thereafter it wasn't. So that's not something I can do anything about. Dev did try to put a fix in it, and he mentioned something. It was either in my server or in the Hackbox server. That at the moment there's no way of forcing the iOS keyboard to pop up automatically, so you still need to press it. So in that respect, it's sort of out of my hands. You will still need to manually click on the box to type your answer. However, to go some way towards compensating for that, I have implemented a 2-second grace period on round 1 and round 2. So there's 2 seconds grace at the end after the time on the game screen stops. You'll still have 2 seconds on your Hackbox devices. The timestamp will be printed to the chat, as will the questions as well. And I think possibly the answers too. So all of that is just to make it a bit more accessible, to get around the fact that you are going to have to press on the box. So if you're on a phone and you're typing with your thumbs, then maybe that's slightly easier than having to select it on the on a screen. But welcome your feedback on this, because it's only this and Google that actually have a text interface on Hackbox. Everything else is a multiple choice basis, which is in many ways much easier to manage. There is anytime entry on this game now as well. However, if you join the game after round 1, question 5, you'll automatically be locked in jail. Your cell door will lock. But you will then still be able to carry on with the game. So, and I can do that by just pressing that button there. There we go. Oh, look, ticker tape. And it appears across the bottom, and I can do that on demand. A couple of things just to mention. If you don't make it to the final, questions in round 3 are all worth 5 points. If you do make it to the final, the score that you have is copied into a new, or rather, the score you have is copied into a new variable, which then functions as your countdown, but your points persist. And every question that you get right in the final is also worth 5 points. So when I show the final leaderboard at the end, it might be slightly confusing as to why, for example, Kolo, let's say if Kolo is the last player standing, it might say on his countdown clock 12, but his final score might be like 109 or something like that. That's just for that exact reason, because you can't. There's no sense in coming into the final and losing points when everyone else is gaining points. And then pennies are paid out at a rate of, I think it's points equal pennies in this game. I should probably bump that. Or is it times by 5? It might be multiplied by 5, but I think it does it somewhere in the build. We'll find out. We'll find out in due course. Aha from Matt the Ref. What's aha? Yeah, points equal nickels. All these numbers are number one. Yes, they are. And some other thing. Yes, the coloured flashes to show if you got the last life, if you're on your last life, or if you need all of them. That's been put in, but it all happens automatically now, so I don't have to press buttons, which is really good. And I've got rid of the crash zooms, which I'm sure you'll be grateful for. ABB, welcome to the stream, welcome to the game. I think that's long enough. This is Jogging's The Escape Artist Pack. It's the first of the new Escape Artist. If you're all ready, let's play. Round 1 is called Initiate. Answer any 5 of the 10 questions to escape. Once you've done so, you're through to the next round, but you will not be able to answer any more questions in this round. The harder the question is, the more points it is worth. Point values will be displayed prior to each question, and accumulated points will be carried forward to the next round. If you give an incorrect answer, you will lose one of your 3 lives. If you exhaust your lives, you're eliminated from the game. They will be sent to you on Hackbox and also displayed on the left-hand side of your cell in the game. The number of correct answers that you've given so far are displayed on the right hand of each cell. They'll go green when you get a correct answer. That was I think Topper suggested that, and it was Topper suggested have that on screen. I think it might have been Lupine's idea to put it on the right, so thank you to both of you for that suggestion. If you exhaust your lives, you're eliminated from the game. A bonus point is awarded for each life you have left at the end of the round. No penalty for abstention. However, if you don't answer 5 questions before the end of the round, or there are not enough questions left for you to do so, you will be eliminated from the game. Simple as that. So there's the question order: 3 points, 4 points, 7 points, 10 points, 2 points, 5, 1, 9, 6, 8 are the questions you get. So a couple of tricky ones towards the end, the 9s and the 8s in the second half. You've got the 10 in the first half, but we're starting off with something relatively easy for 3 points. Good luck to you all. This is The Escape Artist by Plujogging. Question number 1 is worth 3 points. Vermilion is a shade of which primary colour? And there's time up, and I think that is the end of the Grace time as well. Hopefully that was relatively clear. I haven't got a huge amount of extra information to give you here. Vermilion is a shade of which primary colour? It's red. So it is. If you gave me red, 3 points to you. Blue, yellow, 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 green, green, yellow, green, green, blue, and blue, I'm afraid, are all incorrect answers. So 3 players, beg your pardon. I need to debug that, how many players attempted each question. But Mark, Fernando, and Yanyo sitting that one out, and a few players getting it wrong. Red is what we're after. Let's light you back up. Here we go. Question number 2. This one is for 4 points. Have a look at this. Rick Deckard is the protagonist in which iconic 1982 Ridley Scott sci-fi film? That's why we have Grace time, but Energia is not going to be happy about that because that's actually a wrong answer you've given me there, Energia. Rick Deckard is the protagonist in which iconic 1982 Ridley Scott sci-fi film? The correct answer is Blade Runner. Alien was 1979, I believe. Aliens may have been 82, but maybe it was later. 84, maybe? I've not seen Aliens. I've only seen the first one once, and I fell asleep. Blade Runner is the answer that we wanted. 4 points to you if you gave me a right answer. Unfortunately, the Alien variants are all incorrect, and you're going to lose a life. Let's light you back up. Next question is worth 7 points. The Ref and I'm Spartacus. You're on your last life, I'm afraid. So tread carefully. It flickers you red, and that ticker tape comes up automatically, which is nice, so I don't have to remember it. Get ready for the question. Number 3 is worth 7 points. Which bone in the human body is named after the ancient Greek word for cuckoo? Simpsons Angle getting an answer in the nick of time, and it was a correct answer as well, you'll be relieved to hear. Quite a few of you attempting that for 7 points, the answer we're after. Similar sounding name as well. Coccyx. It's the one at the base of your spine. Humerus, is that in your arm? I think humerus is in your arm. It's your funny bone, the humerus. And the sternum, is that the breastbone, I want to say? Neither of which, I'm afraid, are the coccyx. I'm afraid BC and Apris and Minky, you're going to lose a life. Everyone else getting some points. Very well played. Let's light you back up. BC, the Ref, and I'm Spartacus, all on your last life at this point, so do tread carefully. Hardest question of the lot coming up for you here. 10 points for this. Good luck. Here it is. Which American comedy actor portrayed the spoof stuntman Super Dave? Just the 5 players attempting this one. Tricky question. course, it's worth 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The correct answer was Bob Einstein. Dave Osborne is not the right answer, I'm afraid. MPL Diet and Kegler Coach, you are going to lose a life on that one. Well done to Grams, Mark, and Toot, who got that one right. Let's light you back up. So Toot is now one away from escaping. Is he going to go for the easier 2-pointer, or is he going to wait for some more tricky ones? BC, the Ref, and I'm Spartacus, all on your last life. Question number 5 for 2 points. Have a look at this. I was one of the characters last time. Thank you very much, Mark. Question 5 for 2. A breadcrumb trail is a colloquialism commonly associated with which German fairy tale? A lot of answers there. Yellow if you played. Just a few people sitting that one out. Maybe wait for more powerful questions. The correct answer was Hansel and Gretel. Little Red Riding Hood and the Pied Piper of Hamelin, I'm afraid, are incorrect answers. You're going to lose a life, Proogs and Ralph. Everyone else getting themselves 2 points. Well played. Let's light you back up. So, halfway through the opening round, Matt, the Ref, you require all of the remaining questions. Colo, Toot, and Matt the Sprat, you are 1 away from escaping. And if you're on your last life, tread carefully. BC, the Ref, I'm Spartacus, and Proogs, 1 more wrong answer, and you are out of the game and locked in. Since we're halfway through the round, this is the last point. You can join if you still want to get your own cell. Energia, welcome to the game. There is the room code up there. If you want to join the game, you'll need to join at Hackbox with that room code. This is the last chance you can do so, otherwise you will automatically be locked out, though you can still play along for pennies. Question number 6 then. It's worth 5 points. Have a look at this. Oops. At this. The airport with the IATA code DEN serves the capital city of which US state? Few answers coming in the grace time there. Quite a few attempting that. I really must debug that. Correct answer was Colorado. Denver is the name of... well done, Toot. You're the first to escape. Going blue right there and getting the ticker tape right there. Denver is the name of the airport. It's Denver Airport, DEN, but it asks for the capital city of which US state, which is Colorado, not Iowa. Colorado's, I'm not quite sure why you've done that, Aaron, but I will condone that, because it's phonetically plausible, and I can do that really quickly now. Yay. Unfortunately, I'm Spartacus, and the Ref, you are due for elimination. Thank you very much for playing, and do continue to play in the background game, but for now it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. There they go, the Ref and I'm Spartacus are in the dark with this jail door slammed shut. Proogs, you now require all remaining questions. Quite a few players, 1 away. Colo, Dart, Shapes, Aaron, Matt the Sprat, and the other ones that were there. It's a fast ticker tape. I haven't accounted for that many players on it. Last life, BC and Proogs, tread carefully. Next question. It's a single pointer, so it should, in theory, be easy. You can make a request for parole. Not granted. Life without parole, Matt the Ref. Question number 7 for a single point. Take a look. Gammon is a meat that is procured from which farm animal? There's a lot of Grace Time answers coming in there, so actually, hats off to Colo, who did bang on about the Grace Time at me to the point where I was a little bit resistant at first because, well, it's 15 seconds. Why not? David J. Bodicum remarked, why not make it 20 seconds? But actually, I think with the latency between Twitch, what you see on the screen and what's on the Hackbot device, and especially if you've got to select it, I think that's probably a good call. So I'm glad I put that in. Thank you, Colo, for that suggestion. Correct answer was pig. Colo, Dart, and Shapes, you have escaped. You're through to the next round. Very well done. Pig or question time audience member? Yeah, I'll let you have that, Jack. Your single point. Sheep is not the right answer. Unfortunately, AB me, you are going to lose a life. We did need pig. I would also have accepted swine on that particular question. No one due for elimination there, according to my log. Let's light you back up. However, Grams and Proogs, you require all 3 of the remaining questions. Lots of players, 1 away. Oh, goodness me. All your names down there, but you've got yellow as well. And BC and Prug still on your last life, so tread carefully. Next one. Question number 8 is worth 9 points. One of the trickier ones. Good luck. Have a look at this. Tom Joad is the protagonist of which John Steinbeck novel? Quite a few attempting that one, and there's one more from Joe. Let's take a look. The correct answer was The Grapes of Wrath. Lots of players escaping on that one. Very well done. You've gone blue, and you are through to the next round. Of Mice and Men, and East of Eden are incorrect answers, I'm afraid. And Prugs, that was your last life, and you did also require all. Thank you very much for playing, and do continue playing in the dark. But for now, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. There he goes. Prugs is eliminated from the game. 2 questions remain. Silent Marine, Graham's Energy, and Mr. Vertigo and AB Me, you need both of them. And the remaining players there in